everyone! I know I have quite a few new followers, so my name is Melinda and I am a part-time online reseller on Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, and Facebook Marketplace. Some of you have come over from McThrifty's channel. Mackenzie, thank you so much for shouting me out. I truly appreciate it, and I'm happy to have all of you here as new subscribers, and I hope that you like my videos that I put out. I do what sold videos every 2 weeks on my channel, so I do them twice a month. In this video, we're going to go over sales from October 16th through the 31st of 2021. As always, we are going to start on Facebook Marketplace, which I did have one sale. It was a monogrammed leather belt. It was black and it had a large gold tone M on the front of it. I got this out of a Jomar mixed belt lot, which I absolutely love selling belts. This sold in a few hours for full asking price of $15, and it only went about 20 minutes down the road, which I always think is kind of ironic and funny, but it still sold, and again, $15, and my fee was $1.07 because Facebook charges you very little. So after that fee, I am left with a profit of $13.93. I had one sale on Mercari as well. It was a mini sewer and marking kit. This was totally retro. Like, I think it was from the late 60s or early 70s. The set was complete. I honestly don't know what it's for besides sewing, like a sewing kit of some sort. I decided to list this on all of my platforms because the ones on eBay weren't selling for very much and there were kind of a lot listed. So after cross-posting this item on all 4 platforms, it sold within a day on Mercari for $12. There was $1.85 in a fee, giving me a profit of $10.15. Moving on to Poshmark, where I had 22 sales. And as a warning to all the new followers, I don't go over every single sale on eBay and Poshmark just because I typically have too many to mention and it would make this video just incredibly long. So I will go over some highs and lows on both platforms. So first on Poshmark is a Smart Wool brown wool funnel neck sweater. This had incredibly long sleeves. I think you were supposed to roll them up, but when I first took photographs of it, I thought I was doing it wrong, but it is how it's supposed to look like. This actually sold once before on Poshmark. I did disclose in the first sale that there was a hole that I patched up underneath the armpit, but I completely missed another hole. She had no way of getting it to a tailor and she wasn't handy herself, so she just decided to return it, which is absolutely fine because it was my own fault. But I received it back in good condition. I sewed up the hole and it sold again to a different person for $36. Next up is kind of a fail. It's actually a very big fail for me. This is the brand Lucky Brand. It was a beige / tan colored open front cardigan sweater. It had fringe on it. It had these cool like Aztec Southwest looking pattern to it. However, it did have a few issues or a few stains. This did come from ThreadUp when I was sourcing online with them during the pandemic last year. I 100% paid way too much money for this. I paid over $10 for this. Normally I wouldn't do that in a thrift store. I think I was just hurting for inventory, and whatever else I was bundling together, this might have just been a filler item. So when someone sent me an offer of $15, I gladly accepted, leaving me a profit of $1.24. Sometimes these bad buys happen. Next up is the North Face Gordon Lyons Gray Fleece Pullover. It was a 1/4 zip in really nice condition. However, it did smell like perfume. In fact, I think that a woman wore it previously and just, from her wearing the perfume, it just was kind of stuck in there. So I did my best to deodorize it, air it out, all of that good stuff. It still sold for $32 and it did have interest on all of the platforms I listed it on. Next up is another belt that sold. This was from the same Jomar box of belts. This was a Fina Firenze brown braided faux leather elastic waist, kind of like a corset belt. It definitely sucked you in. I think it's meant to wear further up on the waist, like with dresses or skirts or something like that. It sold within a few hours, a full asking price of $25. Next up is a purse that I received in a ThredUp handbag lot. This had no brand, had no tag, no nothing, but it had a huge Y stitched into it. And it was bronze on one side and black on the other. And you could tell that it was reversible because it had the bottom studs, the feet on the bottom on both sides. I was actually kind of thinking it was like a boutique kind of tote bag, but it felt really nice. So after I did a Google Lens search, I found out that it was a Yves Saint Laurent, I hope I'm saying that right, reversible tote bag. Some of these were selling on Poshmark for over $350. I did all of my research that I could to prove that it was authentic. I looked at others that were sold through Poshmark. I looked up the particular style name on Google and found some others listed on other platforms. So I made sure that I was like 98% sure that it was authentic, which I did say that in the listing. I had sent out multiple offers multiple times in different discounts, 30%, 40%, 50%. And finally someone countered. They countered with a lower offer than what I wanted. So I countered back and we ended up on $170, way less than my $350, but that's okay because I couldn't really prove that it was 100% authentic without getting it authenticated, which I guess I should have. I was still happy with this sale price because I still made a profit of $126. So fine by me. Next is a pair of Coach brown suede Mary Jane chunky heels. These were actually missing one button on the side where the strap comes over and ties in. It still snapped, but it was missing the outer button, and they weren't in the best of shape, but I still decided to list them because Coach is a well-known brand and people search for that brand. So someone sent me an offer for $20 and I very happily accepted. And this actually came out of a Jomar pre-loved shoe box. So very happy with that sale. And then the last sale I want to go over on Poshmark is a dress that I have had for over 2 years. This was purchased in May of 2019. It was the brand Komarov and it was this draped front, like iced coffee color dress. Really nice for like a formal event or a wedding or something. And someone sent me an offer for $20. Since I've had it listed for forever, I took that offer and I hope that they enjoy their new dress. So of my 22 sales on Poshmark, I had $582 in sales. I had $119.80 in fees. I gave out $18 worth of shipping discounts, giving me a profit of $444.20 with an average sales price of $26.45. Moving on to eBay, where I had 12 sales. I've kind of written off eBay in terms of giving it my energy right now because it's not producing the numbers that it used to. However, I am still getting sales, not daily, but a couple of times a week. So we're gonna go over a few of those. So the first sale I wanted to go over was a Polo by Ralph Lauren navy blue sleep shirt. This had an applique on the chest with the brand, and this came out of a ThredUp men's rescue box and it sold for $11. It sold pretty fast too, that's why I wanted to mention it. Next is a terrible buy, in my opinion. It was a Maeve chevron printed button front short sleeve shirt. When I saw Maeve in the thrift store, I got so excited because I knew it was Anthropologie and I was like, yes, it's my first Anthropologie piece I ever found. Well, I got it home and I had some issues. I had a few stains here and there, which I did stain treat, and it was also a very small size. I think it was either a size 0 or size 2. Of course, I'll put the picture up here. And thankfully I didn't pay very much for it. Someone sent me an offer for $8. And since I've had it listed for almost 3 years, I decided to take it and I was left with a profit of $4.63. So not bad for something that was a completely bad buy on my part, but happy to see that one go. Whew. Next is another belt from my Jomar box of belts. I didn't film this unboxing because there was only 10 belts included and I didn't really think that that would be much of a substantial video, so I'm just mentioning it now. This was a fossil leather brown medallion tie front belt. This was more of like a hip belt that you could adjust. I think it was too thick to go through belt loops, so it would be something that you'd wear over your clothing. And it sold for $19.99, and it sold within a day of being listed. The next two sales were completely free to me. These were items given to me from my mom and her collection. She's just trying to purge stuff and get rid of things that she doesn't want anymore, and she has a lot of vintage stuff. They were both chicken-shaped covered dishes or candy dishes or whatever you want to call them. I am unsure of the maker because there were no markings on them, and there are so many of them listed on eBay that it just gets confusing and overwhelming. So I just listed them as vintage. One was clear and the other was milk glass. The clear one was in excellent shape, had no issues, and the milk glass had a few very small chips to the rim where you'd put the lid back down on the dish itself. And they both sold back to back to the same customer for $17.99, which is my full asking price. They did pay double shipping, but I did ship them out separately because I did not want to risk them being knocked around together in the box and breaking. So I thought it would be safer to ship them out separately. So very thankful for those. Thankful that they were zero cost to me, and thankful to my mom for donating them to my cause. And then the last sale was another want on my part. This came from ThredUp's Outlet Center. This was a Cotton Emporium navy blue velour ruffle shirt. This was in perfect condition in their pictures, but then when I got it, there was this area on the back that was very discolored. It didn't look like it was, I'm not really sure what happened to the shirt, but there was definitely a patch of discoloration. I noted it. Someone sent me a $10 offer, which I was happy to accept because no one else had expressed any interest. And then I made a profit of $3.15. Not as many good sales on eBay, but things are still moving. So I guess I have to be thankful for that. Okay, so of my 12 eBay sales, I had $170.71 in sales. I made a profit of $22.97 in shipping because what I charge the customer versus what I actually pay for shipping through eBay is less, so I do make a little bit of a profit there. I had $44.91 in fees, giving me a profit of $148.77. And now moving on to my total numbers. I had a total of 36 sales on all 4 platforms. $779.71 in sales, $162.66 in fees, and that includes my shipping discounts and shipping profits and all that good stuff. My cost of goods this time was $157.74, giving me a net profit of $459.31. And my cost of goods per item sold was a little high this time. It was $4.38. But I did have a few items that I sold that were over a $10 price that I paid. So totally acceptable. Thanks for tuning into this video. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up before you leave. And if you aren't a subscriber, we would love to have you here. I put out videos at least once a week. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.